Hey, what's up guys? It's Foster from SubiSpeed, and in today's video, we're going to be going over how to install a new turbo inlet on your WRX. Before we get started, I want to quickly share with you that we are giving away a GrimmSpeed turbo inlet in this video. So if you're interested in that, definitely make sure you watch until the end and I'll tell you about how you can win. Let's go over why you should upgrade your car's turbo inlet. The stock turbo inlet is made out of plastic, which can crack and cause boost leaks over time. Instead of having to worry about that, we're gonna go ahead and swap it out for this cast aluminum inlet, and it's gonna give us one less thing to have to think about. In addition, this GrimmSpeed turbo inlet has got better airflow compared to the stock one, so you're gonna see a slight performance benefit, especially when paired with an intake and some silicone hoses. And note, you do not need a tune for this part, so whether your car is stock or highly modified, this is gonna be a great addition. Since it is 2 Minute Tuesday, let's go ahead and put 2 minutes on the clock and we'll see how hard this install is to do. Tool-wise, this project is gonna be pretty simple. All you really need is a 3/8 ratchet, a 6-inch extension, 10mm socket, 13mm socket, flathead screwdriver, and you might need an X-Acto knife for some cutting as well. Okay, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is get your car up in the air so you can access that turbo inlet. After that, I'm gonna remove the under tray as well to give us a little bit more room to work and so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now that you have access to the turbo inlet, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this harness that goes to the boost controller. With that out of the way, you can grab your flathead screwdriver and loosen up the clamps for the intake pipe. Go ahead and slide that coupler off of the turbo inlet and move that out of the way. All right, now I'm gonna remove the two 10mm bolts holding the inlet onto the face of the turbo. Next up, you're gonna wanna remove these vacuum lines from your boost control solenoid. We have the GrimmSpeed 3-port boost control solenoid on here, so ours looks a little different, but it's the same idea. Just make sure that when you're cutting off the zip ties for your vacuum lines, you're careful so that you don't break your vacuum lines. And go ahead and just pull them off. The next step is to remove the lines from the top of the turbo inlet. I'm gonna start with the PCV line to get it out of the way. With that out of the way, you're gonna want to remove the evaporative system purge solenoid line, which is this red one. Last thing you need to do to get the inlet out is loosen the clamp that holds on the bypass valve to the inlet. Wiggle the inlet down and away from the bypass valve and you'll be able to get it out. All right, as you can see, I have both the turbo inlets here in front of me to give you a bit of a side-by-side comparison. From the outside, they look pretty similar. However, when you look on the inside of the new GrimmSpeed inlet, you can tell it's a lot smoother, which is gonna promote better flow. Another thing I really like about the GrimmSpeed inlet is it retains the factory mounting points for that boost control solenoid. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the one that is on our OEM unit and put it on our new GrimmSpeed inlet. If you guys are still running the stock 2-port boost control solenoid, I'd highly recommend upgrading it while you're at it and going to a 3-port one like this one by GrimmSpeed. The main advantage of switching out your boost control solenoid is you're gonna have a lot better control over those boost levels, and your tuner's really gonna be able to dial in that power band to get it exactly how you want. Okay, so the GrimmSpeed kit comes with new hardware, so we're gonna use that, and we're gonna swap over their new silicone hose as well. And once we get all this stuff on the inlet, we're gonna go ahead and put it back in the car. Getting the new turbo inlet installed is pretty much the reverse of the removal process, but I'll go ahead and run through it anyway. The first thing you're gonna want to do is attach that new coupler to the bypass valve. once you get it on, then you're gonna wanna go ahead and tighten up that hose clamp. Reinstall the 2 bolts that hold the inlet to the face of the turbo. Next up, we're gonna plug back in the boost control solenoid. Make sure the vacuum line going from the compressor housing of the turbo goes to this top plug, and then the one going from your wastegate actuator goes on this bottom. I'd also recommend you guys use some zip ties or some hose clamps to hold those in place. Go ahead and reinstall the PCV line as well as the evap system purge line. All right, now I'm gonna put the intake pipe and the coupler back in place. Just loosely slide them on for now and then tighten up your hose clamps. Don't forget to plug in that boost control solenoid. Look for those 2 gray connectors and make sure they're hooked up. Last up, you're gonna want to reinstall that skid pan underneath the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that, and then I'll tell you guys all about the giveaway. So that pretty much wraps it up for the install. Now let's get to the good part and talk about this GrimmSpeed Turbo Inlet that we're giving away. This one is for the 17 through 21 models, so if you have a 15 through 16, unfortunately this isn't gonna work for you. But if you're interested in winning, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and comment down below and let us know what wheels you wanna see on the WRX, since we're looking to change it up anyway. All right, with that being said, I hope this video helps you guys with your install. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.